Good morning. It's Monday, June 30th, and President Trump has his colleagues in the Senate busting their asses to try to get a bill passed, a new funding bill for this nation passed in accordance with the tax breaks and the spending cuts and the deportation funds that he wants put in place by a July 4th deadline. And House Republicans narrowly got this first step through to advance this bill. But now they're hard at work getting the rest of the thing put together. And the vote was 51 to 49. And the Vice President J.D. Vance had to come in and vote and break the potential tie. And there were tense scenes played out in the chamber as the voting came to a standstill for more than 3 hours as holdout senators struggled for negotiations that took private meetings off the floor. In the end, 2 Republicans opposed the motion to proceed, joining all the Democrats. So there's still a long week ahead of work because Donald Trump wants his bill on his desk to sign on July 4th. And Republicans are using their majorities in Congress to push aside Democratic opposition. But they have run into a series of political and policy setbacks. Not all the GOP lawmakers are on board with proposals to reduce spending on Medicaid and food stamps and other programs as a way to help the cost of covering some $3.8 trillion in Trump tax break. We can't be putting aside major programs that help the people in this country because Trump wants some tax breaks for those who don't need it. So ahead of the roll call, the White House released a statement of administrative policy saying it strongly supports passage of the bill. But Trump was playing golf at this particular time, while the GOP senators were busting their asses in order to get this bill in shape for him to pass. And the president, Trump, lashed out at holdouts like Republican Tom Tillis, who had announced he could not support the bill because of the Medicaid cuts that he worried would leave many in his state without health care. And Rand Paul of Kentucky voted against the bill too. And the president had to work on the phones in the Oval Office late Saturday night in order to convince some of these detractors to get on the business and get in line with the rest of his people. But they're not authorized to speak publicly. So there's a fight going on here. And there's pressure from all sides. And even billionaire Elon Musk criticized the package as utterly insane and destructive. It's a 940-page, one beautiful bill, as Trump calls it. 940 pages, one beautiful bill. And it was released just before midnight. But the senators are still going to work and grind out amendments in the days coming up. If the Senate is able to pass it, it will go back to Congress for a final round of votes before it can reach the White House. So do you think that this is going to happen in time for President Trump's July 4th deadline? No, I don't think so. Because the Republicans have very narrow majorities in the House and Senate, and they have to get almost every one of those lawmakers on board to pass this piece of crap. The Senate bill would increase by 11.8 million the number of people without health insurance in 2034. So is that what we want? A bill that gets passed and screws people in a couple of years? And Chuck Schumer of New York said the Republicans unveiled this bill in the dead of night and are rushing to finish it before the public wakes up and before the public finds out what's in it. And he immediately forced a full reading of the text late Saturday in the Senate. And that will take hours. So we have a spending bill that is getting murdered in the Senate right now. And I believe when they finish passing it, it will be nothing but a piece of crap. And I think that the public will basically be screwed. So I'll leave you with that. Pay attention to what our government is trying to do to us. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.